Y'all, I have done some damage. Member Appreciation Week is getting me where it counts. I'm Tracy. This is a 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and I have a massive Bath & Body Works haul for my Saturday ritual haul episode. 2 stores, 2 different transactions, and that is because yesterday they had the candle sale for $13.95. Plus, if you spent $50, you got a free candle, a free 3-wick of your choosing, as long as it was under like 30 bucks. So I knew I wanted to go yesterday and not today. So the hubs and I left. We worked about a half day. I had a meeting that ended at 1:30. We headed out. We got some lunch, got some iced tea, drove down to the outlet store, just beat traffic, got there. The first thing I did was I wanted to return that candle sleeve from last week. You might recall they told me it was going to be 75% off, and then got home. I was like, oh, it says $10. The associate, who's super nice, there's actually 2 associates at that store who I absolutely adore. She sees us every week. She's always like, girl, I'm going to get you an apron. I'm like, no. Like, it would be so much worse if I worked here. And I just told her, I was like, I asked the other associate, the guy, I asked him if it was 75% off. He said yes. I didn't even look. I was like, it's ringing up right. Like, it rang up correct, because now you have it on the $10 shelf. But you had this on the 75% off shelf on Saturday, and I thought it was 75 off. So she did adjust it, which is really nice. So I get to keep this. That ended up being, what was the adjustment? I think it was like $4 or $5. Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot in here to shift around to dig this receipt out, y'all. Yeah. Just a small receipt. Nothing too serious. Yeah, so normally it was $16.95. They had it on the $10 price point, but because it should have been 75 off, because that's what he told me, I ended up paying $4.24 for this. So that's pretty good. And I wasn't expecting her to do that, but she knows us. She knows we wouldn't, do shady stuff. She knows how much we spend, and she worked that out. So I was happy about that. Got that result. Then, because I was looking for, one of the whole reasons, not only just the free candle, but the other reason I wanted to go yesterday was because there's the new members only candles that got released, one from the vault and one that's a new fragrance, and I saw where they're already sold out online. I couldn't get BOPIS in my stores. I don't know if they just turned BOPIS off for those candles, but I couldn't get it through BOPIS. And I thought, these are going to sell out. Like, I need to get to the store, not only for that discount candle, but because these are going to disappear. So I didn't see them on the floor, and I asked another associate who knows us really well, do you have any of those, members only candles? She goes, let me look in the back. And I was like, okay, cool. So she goes in the back, she comes back, and she comes out with a crate. She's like, we have it, but we only have this one. And it is the Caribbean Escape. So this is the Vault fragrance. And I was really excited about trying this one. I was reading on the subreddit that people were saying the other one smelled like a public bathroom. You know me, I don't shy away from talking about how candles can smell like bathroom items, such as toilet bowl cleaner, urinal cakes. I'm looking at you, Goose Creek. And I was like, well, at least I'm going to sniff that one. But they didn't have the other one. They only had this one. So I was like, all right, well, I'll grab 2 of these. So I did get 2, just because I do like the fragrance, and I want to have one around just as a backup, because there's no way these are going to be sticking around. And if I really like it and I'm sad, I am not going to be able to go back and buy a second one. So I did buy 2 of these. And I love the color of this lid, y'all. It's like a shiny metallic purple. It is beautiful. Like, next level. All the candles need to have this kind of lid. It reminds me of the Perfect in Pink lid. That's the same kind of look, but it's pink. The label's, simple. It's their classic, limited release label. Not a wraparound. Very simple front. And then it has the little check mark next to Vault, so this is the Vault candle. And Caribbean Escape has scent notes of tropical melon, raspberry nectar, and creamy coconut. Knew this was just going to be classic beachy, but I do really like it. I absolutely love the fruit that's in this. I do get a hint of melon that feels, I can't tell if it's like a cantaloupe or a honeydew, but for me, it's the kind of really tart sour, bright tropical notes that are in here that smell more like a starfruit or a papaya or a pineapple. Like there's definitely something that's tart and kind of sour in there, but it doesn't go as far as like smelling like urine can sometimes those fragrances can get too strong. And then it just blends so beautifully with the coconut note that's in here. I guess raspberry nectar could be in there. There's definitely a hint of sweetness, but I'm just reading the tartness as a tropical fruit. I'm not really thinking I smell raspberry. Definitely melon, definitely tart tropical fruit, and then the coconut is actually legitimately creamy. It feels just like a hint of like body care, but mostly this feels like a non-alcoholic, beachy, fruity coconut drink or like a smoothie. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. So I have this one. Show you the wax and wicks on this as well. White wax, and these are pretty thin, but they're also ropey. So thin ropey wicks. Did snag 2 of those, and these were the $13.95 price point. So got these. We're like, yeah, cool. All right, well, we got to keep looking because we have to spend $50, and that only puts us at what, $28. So we got to spend more if we're going to get our free candle. So I start looking. They have this island that's always their $3 island, and it's been the same for months. It's always the same stuff. And I see, oh, they have Calm Haven body wash, which I really love the smell of, but it's a lot like eucalyptus lavender, and I have so many of those backstocked. I just couldn't justify buying the Calm Haven. Turn the corner, I look, and I'm, oh. My jaw was just like, oh. And I kind of like freeze framed, just like totally froze with that face, staring. And I'm just like, what? Looks at me, looks at the rack. What? He's trying to figure it out. You know, I was like, they have Perfect in Pink. And they had Perfect in Pink soap. Hello. On the $3 shelf. So I'm like, you know, clearly visually excited. The same associate who helped me find these candles, she's like, just so you know, those are ringing up $2. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, they're on the $3 shelf, but they're $2. So I'm like, yeah, we're definitely getting some. So I'm like, yeah, get one. He puts one in the car. He's like, should we get 2? And I was like, look, you are asking the wrong person about whether or not we should get 2. I think you should get as many as you want. I do not care. 1, 2, 3. There's more. 4, 5. Might as well make it a half a dozen. 6. This is the moment that I said, just so you know, you will never tell me we do not have enough room for soap ever again. He said, agreed. I was like, all right. Like, I'm fine. It's fine. I actually don't care. I will buy extra soap. It doesn't matter to me. Just, you know, his favorite fragrance, $2 a piece, y'all. How can you even beat that? And these are from the 2023 release of Perfect in Pink. So these are getting old, right, in terms of product. But I don't remember, tell me in the comments, I don't remember the soap coming out this year. So if it did come out in 24, I don't remember seeing it. Now, to be fair, this was not a fragrance that he and I were really fond of. He didn't really fall in love with this fragrance. I like it too, but not as much as him. Until we started wearing Sweetheart Cherry more regularly. And then that one's got a pistachio note instead of an almond. We came back to this one, sniffed it again, and then we realized we really like this one as well. So I feel like Sweetheart Cherry kind of warmed us up to Perfect in Pink. And by the time that happened, it was, what, February or March? And if there was soap, it probably was gone. But we have not seen the soap in this for 24 or this year in 25. So let me know in the comments, did this not come out this past year? And I'm also hearing rumors on the subreddit that Perfect in Pink is going to be a part of SAS and it will go away again. And this is not one of their core fragrances. It's not an all the time year round fragrance. So if it goes on discount during SAS, there's going to be more damage done. I will really stock up on the candles because he absolutely loves the candle. And we have, I think, 1 backup right now, and we're going to burn through 1 this month. We're definitely going to need more. So those rang up. We had a 20% off coupon that we were using, and those ended up coming out to, yeah. Oh, wow. With the coupon, $1.59. $1.59, y'all. Like, I could literally use this like 10 times and I'm like, I'm good. I've paid, right? Like it's paid for itself. So yeah, $1.59 times 6, that's roughly what, $10 for 6 soaps? Insane. Absolutely insane. Do not have any regrets whatsoever. Wow, that's incredible. So I'm like riding the euphoria over finding these soaps, right? Like, yes, this is why I go to the outlet store for these, like diamond in the rough. By the way, we bought all of them. That's all there was. And this is a case where I'm not saving more for others. Sorry, you missed out. So go over to the candle section, which also has kind of been more of the same lately. And then I see that they have a whole bunch of new 75% off fall and Christmas candles. Now, these candles are old, but they're ones that I either never bought or that I haven't seen for a while. So I was actually pretty excited. One of them that I picked up is a single wick of the cinnamon apple cider. I don't necessarily like apple fragrances usually, and this label leaves a lot to be desired, but this one is delicious. It's cinnamon apples, toasted nutmeg, and rich amber, and it really just smells like baked apples with spice. The cinnamon in it is so delicious. It's both warm and spicy. And when you inhale it, it has this drying element to it that smells a lot like a cinnamon bark. They're very earthy and just dry, spicy, like baking spice. The nutmeg is very subtle, adds just a little bit of spice complexity. And the amber is just sweet, warm, helps to ground that spiciness of the cinnamon a little bit. And I honestly don't get that much apple, which I'm okay with. It's there, it's tart, and it registers nicely with the warmth of the amber and the spiciness of the cinnamon. It's just a beautiful, well-rounded, well-balanced fragrance. So this one, also 75% off, normally $17.95, which is pretty pricey for a single wick. Let's see, how much should this end up being? $3.59 with the coupon. And again, awesome deal. This is from 2023. Then they had the Fireside, and I love this jar, the twist top. I don't know about these word clouds, y'all, or these word fragrances. Wrapped in our favorite flannels, feeling so festival, warm glow of the. I don't want to do this to read some romanticized nonsense, but whatever. I'm sure it's cool when it's lit because I like the gold lettering. It's kind of pretty. This one also from 2023. Scent notes are smoked cedar, fresh clove bud, and warm embers. Y'all know how much I love clove. In general, I like cedar. I love smoky fragrances. This one reads just a hint cologne-y to me, but I really like it. You get this like kind of spicy clove note. It almost registers like cinnamon, but is very clearly clove. You get smokiness for sure. That cedar is both woody and a little bit masculine. Very, very nice for the holidays. Like, I am ready to fire this up as soon as it turns to November. Now this one a little bit cheaper. This one is the regular price point of $15.95. So that one with the coupon came out to $3.20. And then they also had the Perfect Christmas, which is my favorite Christmas fragrance possibly of any retailer. I absolutely love the Perfect Christmas. I do not have it in a single wick, so this was awesome to have for this holiday season that's coming up. Also made in 2023. Scent notes are fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow. And I know I've described this one before. I love this so much. Like, it is so comforting to me. So beautiful. It reminds me of like sitting next to a fresh cut pine tree. Grandma's making something a little bit sweet. I get that marshmallow note in there. Maybe it's like something that's gooey sweet with some cinnamon. It just smells like festive. It smells like you're warm and cozy, sitting next to the Christmas tree. There's some wrapped presents there, and Grandma's made a really awesome dessert that you're about to enjoy. It's not gourmandy, it's not bakery, it's just the spices in it blend so nicely with the tree fragrance that's in here that it feels like Christmas to me. It also kind of reminds me of like if you had a fresh cut tree and some of those like cinnamon logs, or they have like the cinnamon stick potpourri you can hang on your tree. I kind of get that vibe too. Yeah, love it. I really like the wax color on this too, just a very deep red. This one was also priced at $15.95, so the same price as the other one. So, you know, we're getting up there. We're getting up towards 50. And I thought, well, I'm not going to spend, I mean, what are we at? We're at 28 plus 12. We're at 40. Yeah, we're like just at 50 bucks. And I said, okay, well, I gotta snag this 75% off candle, warm apple pie. First of all, love the jar on this. I just like how it looks like crystallized sugar. I know some people might find it kind of boring and tacky, but I thoroughly enjoy it. It doesn't read apple pie to me with this like blue on here. Kind of feels like a blueberry pie instead. Gold lid. This one's also from 2023. Warm apple pie scent notes are baked Granny Smith. Now, Granny Smith are usually very tart, a little bit sour. Melted brown sugar, flaky homemade crust. Yep. I feel like you get warm apple cinnamon, like baked apple vibes. You get a richness. It's almost a cloying sweetness from the brown sugar, but it also is really well balanced with the flaky homemade crust, which just smells very buttery. So you get like the fatness from the crust, you get the tartness from the apple, and then you get the warmth from the spice. Yeah, I really like this. White wax, core wicks. I'll probably break this out September, October. Yeah, so this is going to get stored away for a while, but for the price, y'all, come on. $26.95 is the full price on this one. And then with the sale, plus my coupon, it ended up coming out to $4.80. $4.80 for a 3-wick. Yes, please. It's almost the same price as the single wick. I should have bought more. They had, I think they had a crate. There were 6 of them. I snagged one. I'm having regrets. It's fine. Let someone else have it. Then I had to choose a free candle. The Hubs and I just finished off his Precious. So yes, y'all, another lemon espresso twist. I did look at my spreadsheet and I let him know. I was like, hey, it says we have 2 backups. I know we have the one that's just finished. I have another one that's halfway gone of the number 33. So you do have 2 at home, but honestly with this fragrance, I don't think we could have enough. It's free. Let's just do it. I talk about this candle all the time, but in case you're new here, lemon espresso twist is espresso beans, warm vanilla, and lemon peel. I absolutely love this combination. It smells like a very bright coffee note that reminds me of like an Ethiopian single origin style that's very fruity and citrusy and zesty. And then you have the lemon note in here that reads a little bit like a lemon dessert, like a pound cake. It's not sweet. It's just not so tart and sour that it clashes with kind of the bitterness of the coffee. To me, they blend really well together. So it feels like you're drinking like a nice bright cup of coffee with a lemon treat that you're eating. And I always say, if you want to know what this smells like, go to Starbucks, order an Ethiopian coffee, get a slice of their lemon pound cake, eat it while you drink the coffee. That's what this smells like. I love it. Can't have enough of these. And it is legitimately free the way the coupon worked, because I thought maybe they would like spread the discount across all of your items. And no, they just completely wiped out the price. So it shows, you know, that it rang up for full price, $24.95. And then it says 0.00 next to it. So they did actually just give you the candle for free. They didn't spread that discount across the other candles that you had in your cart. So totally free on this one. Backup worthy. Yes, please. Is that everything from the first store? And then, oh yeah, I used a reward. Because that's the other thing, y'all. With the members week, you get 3 times the points, and mine are actually crediting to my account properly. Also, update, I did get, finally, it took 2 days, the 100 points for redeeming my reward that I redeemed on Wednesday. So I think we're good. I think that's working also. So then I was like, well, I got 2 rewards from my shopping Wednesday, plus I got an extra 100 points for redeeming a reward. I have lots of rewards. I just spent, what was this? Well, spoiler alert, 40 bucks subtotal. So I think I should get another reward and get another 100 points. So I did. Picked up another single wick, and I decided just to give it a try. I know I was harsh on this on Wednesday. The hubs was like, I don't think it's bad, it's just not good. And I was like, yeah, I think maybe we just need to get one and light it and just see what the hype is about. Let's give it a try. So I picked up the True Blue Spa in the single wick. This was free because I did use my reward for it. So that means I got another 100 points for cashing in a reward. This one has scent notes of just shea scent. And they're right. It smells like shea. It smells to me like you forgot to put fragrance oil in to a shea butter lotion. Very simple white wax. Very simple label too. But you know what? I'm going to burn it in my bathroom. This definitely feels like a bathroom, like spa fragrance to me. So we'll see. It will make a nice summer scent for sure, at minimum. So I'm fine with it. So we had the return, which gave us, what, $6.95 back. We had the soaps, 3 single wicks, 3 full price new candles. Well, full price sale, $13.95. 2 of which are the members only special limited release, plus a 3-wick, 75% off, plus the free reward. Grand total, despite this receipt being this long, y'all, fills up the whole screen, my subtotal was only $40.89. So that means that I saved, if I include the reward price, because that candle is what? Is this one 16? This one's $16.95. So if I add $17 onto my savings, we're looking at $162.75 that I saved. Unbelievable. You know, is this overconsumption? Maybe to some people. I will actually use this stuff though. Like, I will actually use this, and for $40, y'all, I filled up my tank on Wednesday, 50 bucks to fill up my car. And I'm like, that's a haul at Bath & Body Works. So if I'm worried about money at any point where I think I can't afford 50 bucks, I'm going to start riding my bike. Because I love Bath & Body Works. So I have no apologies. All right, so that's store 1. Now remember, the whole point of going out was to get both of the new release candles. There's one more store on the way home. Actually, there's 2 more stores on the way home, but we always just stop at the first one. And I thought, well, let's see if they have it. We walk in. They actually had quite a few of both of the limited release candles, so I was able to snag the Orchid Blooms. So it's the same lid, same label style, except for this one has the checkmark new, obviously a different picture that's more relevant to the scent, but same wraparound, same wax, same wicks. And this one, different scent notes. It's Orchid Blooms, it's Blush Orchid, Powdered Jasmine, and English Ivy. Now there are 3 words in these scent notes that I don't like. Blush, Powdered, and English Ivy. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but honestly on cold sniff, I don't think it's that bad. It's very pretty on the floral note. I get jasmine, I get orchid, which jasmine and orchid can both be pretty sharp white floral vibes. But with the blush and the powdery, it helps to warm it up a little bit. It smooths out some of the sharp edges. It does read quite a bit like a body lotion, a little bit like deodorant, but honestly more lotion. I was expecting this to be too deodorant-y, Kind of like the I Love You candle. It's not that powdery. It's more of a creamy, softened edge that's added to the floral. I enjoy it. It's not one that I would want a backup of, but I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I get to try it out. And that English Ivy, it's actually really pretty. It just adds like a fresh hint, very small hint of a green note that kind of hits at the end. So you get the floral first, you get the creaminess next, and then you get the green fresh note from the ivy. I like it. I don't mind it. So now we're in the same situation. Okay, well, we've got one candle, right? Is there anything else we want? And can we spend $50 so we can get another free one? We were in that store for so long, y'all. It was probably the longest I've been in a BBW outside of SAS hours, SAS timing. We were there for probably an hour. To be fair, there's a lot of new stuff. The Hubs did not go with me on Wednesday, so he was sniffing all the new stuff as well. We were really on the fence, which I'm glad we didn't pull the trigger on because that stuff went on sale today. We were on the fence about a couple of the men's line items, and I wanted to just share my insights with you in case you're curious. So they have, one is the Noir, and it has a black cardamom note in it that, to our nose, both he and I, reads a lot like the black chamomile that's in the Moonlight Zen body care line. There is definitely some shared DNA there. So he wants to get that cologne, and I said, well, let's wait till it goes on sale. I know we have another coupon, and we need to spend $50. I think the jar is $50. But I said, let's wait. It's definitely going to go on sale. Sure enough, we got home, and then they sent the email out last night that all the men's colognes are on sale today. So if you're interested, I think they're $15 off. Just so you know, that's today. And then we sniffed the other one. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put a picture of it up here. I sniffed the body cream of that. It has a leather note in it. And to me, it smells almost exactly like Cullen's Return, but in body care. I personally really love it. I did test it out in the store because I was like, I think I could wear this. Like, I really like this. The problem was that the longer it dried down, the more you lost the leather fragrance and got more of like a cologne note. So it's almost like it almost felt like it morphed from Cullen's Return into more of like an Eddie's leather jacket. It didn't go that far, but it started to edge that direction. And I went, yeah, I don't think I could. The dry down made it so I don't think I could buy that one. But it is very pleasant. If you like leather fragrances, it's absolutely beautiful. So we were on the fence about those. I'm like, no, this just feels like we're kind of settling. Maybe we should just take another look at the candles. They are a good price. We had another 20% off coupon, which means, you know, these end up coming out to $11.16. Why don't we just go see? Let's pick some other stuff out. So again, we're just like shopping around forever. We did want to pick up a few that we would have waited until SAS to get these, but this is basically SAS price, the $11.16, plus we're getting the free candle, which makes them even cheaper per unit. So we did pick up a couple of backups that we burned through this month in our rotation. So we are out of our iced lemon pound cake. So I did get a new one from this season. All the ones I was burning this year were from SAS last winter. And everybody has told me that this one throws better. So I do want to give that a try. Plus I really like the label on this one. And I don't know, I talk about this one a lot too, but I'll share the scent notes with you anyhow. White Wax Core Wicks. This is sugary glazed icing, pure lemon zest, fluffy pound cake, and whipped cream. By the way, I did do a scent to table on this candle. I love it so much and I want to eat it. I'll link that in the description below. Yeah, sweet, lemony, gourmandy. Perfect balance of like a cakey sweetness with a little bit of a hint of what feels like a vanilla icing mixed in with just a sweet, juicy lemon. Just like this one, only a little bit more crystallized sugary. We also snagged a new sugared lemonade. Again, finished this one off this month in his birthday rotation. Want to have one of these laying around. He really loves both of these fragrances, so I didn't want to be without it. This one, fresh lemon juice, sugar crystals, and crushed ice. I feel like you get the sweet and the lemon that's in the iced lemon pound cake in this, but without the cakey note. And it's definitely not as gourmandy. This is a much fresher fragrance. but that sugared crystal note that's in here doesn't make it as fresh as, say, the kitchen lemon. So I love the kitchen lemon the most. I love how zesty it is. He likes gourmandy lemons. So this is kind of like, he likes this better than kitchen lemon, but his favorite is iced lemon pound cake. And I think I would literally go in the reverse. I think kitchen lemon is my favorite, then this one, then the iced lemon pound cake. But we had the sass candle from winter in last year's label that we got through. So happy to have the new label, happy to have this year's version. White lid on this one. These are the thin, stiff, ropey wicks, white wax. So 2 more citrus to go with the lemon espresso twist. So most of our candle purchases were all replenish of the ones we've gotten through this month that he really enjoys. The other ones we picked up, because I can't have enough, again, checked my spreadsheet and I was like, you know what, I think we're up to 3 backups of this one. A couple of them are last year's labels. Got the new label, but then I'm doing my tea series and I'm going to rip through it just to see burn quality and all of the research information. I wanted to have another one of the new labels around to enjoy later on this summer. So I did pick up a sweet tea and lemonade, just an extra. So I did haul this one. Was that last week or the week before? I hauled this one recently. I love the blue lids. The Hubs was like, why does this say White Barn? I'm like, I don't know. Other reviewers have pointed that out too. It's clearly a Bath & Body Works candle, not a White Barn. But then they all have these White Barn labels. I don't know why they did it that way. Thin, stiff, ropey wicks, white wax. Scent notes are brewed sweet tea, fresh squeezed lemons, and sugar crystals. My Southern tea episode is going to be out in, let's see, Tuesday is going to be bergamot. Then it's going to be fruit tea the Tuesday after. So it's the Tuesday after that you'll see my Southern tea candle episode of my best tea candle series. Spoiler alert, this one is a winner. Of the bunch, I think I have six or seven Southern tea fragrance candles that I'm burning, and this one is the most stellar. I absolutely love it. You get the tea note. It's kind of just a classic Lipton's tea. Almost smells like an instant tea. The lemon is juicy without going the way of citronella. And I think that's because they added enough what feels like a simple syrup, sugary sweetness to it to help to balance some of the like tartness in the lemon. Yeah, love it. Again, I don't think I can have enough of that candle. It's not like Book Loft Hoard level, but very close. The other one I wanted to replenish is the Always and Forever. One, because I was shocked to even see this in the store. I don't know if this was a return. I haven't seen this in my store it's been weeks. Sold out almost immediately. And I am burning it in this month's rotation. I do really enjoy it. I don't like it as much as the Belle candle. Belle is still my favorite rose fragrance so far from Bath & Body Works this year. But this is a very close second. It's beautiful. Scent notes are pearlized pink pepper, white roses, and sheer sandalwood. It's a sweet rose, but you also get that pink pepper, which just adds what feels like maybe just like a very small hint of spiciness. It's very perfumey. The sandalwood helps to warm things up a little bit, but not much. I don't actually get a strong sandalwood presence in this candle. Yeah, just beautiful. Smells like how roses are supposed to smell. And then the label, I don't know, it's supposed to be lace, but I've said this before, I think it looks like snakeskin. I'm not a fan necessarily of the label, but it's supposed to be, you know, the wifey candle. And so I grabbed this one, and then I wasn't sure with the math, the way it was working out, how this would work. And I asked the associate, I said, you know, I've got this coupon and you have to spend $50 to get the free candle. Do I have to spend $50 before the coupon is applied, or does it have to be $50 after the coupon is applied? She said, oh, well, it has to be $50 after the coupon is applied. And I was like, all right, well, we don't have enough here to get to 50. Let's go get one more candle. That'll put us over 50. Let me grab a loofah, right? So I'm trying to like figure out the math. So I picked up, which y'all are going to be shocked by this because this is not my style. I picked up coconut pina colada. I know. I've been complaining now about how I have 30 coconut candles. I don't like pineapple. I've sniffed this candle. I sniffed this candle at SAS. I've sniffed it 20 times this spring. And yesterday I smelled it and was like, I think I like this one. It's coconut milk, blended pineapple, and a splash of rum. And I think I like it because I feel like this is the one. It's weird. This is the fragrance combo that I have searched for in every single coconut candle I have sniffed. And I'm always like, where's the rum note? No, it's just a coconut candle. There's nothing, this is just simple. This is too basic, right? And I sniffed it yesterday and I was like, I think this is what I've actually wanted the whole time. You get the creaminess of the coconut. It smells a little bit sunscreeny, but not total sunscreen vibe. The pineapple is in there. It is delicious. It kind of smells like how pineapple in a mixed drink smells. Like when they slice it and they put it on the side of the glass and you take a sip and you kind of get these like waves of pineapple, but you don't necessarily plan on eating the pineapple. You just get the fragrance. It smells like that. And then it's got this like sweet note in it. It's not dark rum. You can tell they didn't try to go too boozy with this candle. There's just this like edginess, sweetness to it that makes it well-rounded. And I think this is what I was looking for. I feel like when I smelled it yesterday, I'm like, this is what I keep waiting to smell. Why didn't I just buy this dumb candle? Whatever. That's the way our noses work sometimes. So it's got that kind of classic label. There's a whole series that came out. I want to say that was in January, y'all. So this has been out for a while. And this is definitely going to go to SAS because there's quite a few in my store. But again, this is basically SAS price. So I snagged it. White wax. Thin, stiff, ropey wicks. So ended up with that one. I don't think it matters which one's free. I don't think they do. These were all the same price. No, one was $24.95. That was the special. The rest were all $26.95. And they did give me the more expensive one for free. So it actually ended up being the sweet tea lemonade that rang up as free. I think it's just the first one that's the most expensive. So that's nice. They give you the more expensive one for free. And then I did pick up a loofah because I thought I was going to have to go over 50. But then she rang it up. She's like, oh, it does work pre-coupon discount. I was like, whatever. I'm not taking a candle out at this point. So technically I could have only bought 5 candles and still gotten the free candle. One of those would have been free. But then I was like, you know what, whatever, just keep it in there. Got the loofah. I need this anyways. This is $4.95. So I got one extra candle, more than I needed, and I bought more than I needed, but for the price, I'm not mad about it. So the subtotal, I can't believe these prices, y'all. So I got 6 candles plus the loofah. Subtotal was $59.76 after the coupon. So $10 a piece plus a free loofah, basically. Now, the hubs, new to smelling the cotton candy, the bubblegum, the blue raspberry, and the Sangria, right? He's new to smelling those. We all agree, the two of us, that the blue raspberry fine fragrance mist is the best. We had agreement on that. I actually went in with the idea of using 2 rewards because, again, you get the 100 points for redeeming your rewards during the membership appreciation. And I was going to get a body wash and a body cream. I tried the body cream on of the blue raspberry. Did not like the dry down. I was like, okay, well, maybe it's the body cream. Let me try the lotion because sometimes the body cream can be thicker and maybe have a little bit more shea in it. Tried the lotion on the other arm and I was like, yeah, I don't like the lotion either. Like the dry down is just not good. I wanted the really sourness, the tartness that comes with the fine fragrance mist. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just pass. Ended up smelling the Starfruit Sangria lotion, however, and was like, oh, I actually really like the dry down of the lotion. I don't like the mist so much. So I ended up using 2 rewards, one for the body wash and one for the body lotion. So here's another 200 reward points earned. This is not my favorite candle. It's not my favorite fine fragrance mist, but I really like the body care. Scent notes are golden starfruit, kiwi nectar, and chilled sangria. And the reason why I like this one and why I chose it over the blue raspberry is I feel like you actually get the tart fruity notes on the dry down. And that's really what I was looking for. I wanted something that felt summery and kind of sour. I don't really have anything like that. Right now I have Sweetheart Cherry, strawberry shortcake, champagne toast. I'm trying to think. I actually don't have that many body washes right now in fruity notes. And those are all really sweet. And I just want something that's got some sourness to it. And this one does the trick. Yeah, it's got a tartness. It's actually pretty bright. The kiwi adds like a hint of sweetness. The starfruit is sour. The sangria is kind of punchy. It's beautiful. Can't wait to use it. And like I tell you, I took a shower last night after I got home and was like, I want to use it. And I know I could have, but I didn't want to get the labels all wet and then have to pull it out and dry it and show it in the video. So I'm glad to finally have recorded the video so that I can go out and get going on using these. I'm really excited about that. So if you add my 2 free rewards, which was $30 worth of merchandise, to the price that I saved, all the money I saved on the second haul, ends up being a total saved of $136. So $60, and I saved $136 plus got 200 points for redeeming these. Y'all, I know people are complaining about the price points of some of these products. $13.95 is not a good candle sale, blah, 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 whatever. It is an amazing deal if you're getting 3 times points, because I have now earned, what, almost three more rewards with what I paid? Yeah, 3 rewards with what I bought. That's not even including the rewards for rewards, redeeming rewards. So what, 3.5 rewards I earned with the stuff I bought yesterday? Plus with the coupon, it's like deals on top of deals. And this is clearly the annual effect of trying to purge the store before SAS. I'm here for it. What does that mean for SAS? It means I'll be buying less spring summer stuff because I feel like I'm really well stocked up with spring summer. I am definitely going to be focusing on fall Christmas 75% off during SAS, which is my norm. I am super happy with this membership week. I do wish that they hadn't ruined our rewards program, but the deals have been just stellar and I'm here for it. That's everything. You know, I spent what, $100? I spent $100 for all this product, y'all. Plus I got 3 rewards for it. So I'm not complaining. I'm happy as a clam. I hope you're out there enjoying yourself with the sale. I also just want to highlight, you know, please do not feel guilty about caving to this sale and buying stuff. First of all, that's the Bath & Body Works way. Second of all, these are amazing deals. And if you want to snag stuff right now, honestly, for the price per unit, even if you're overbuying, if you plan to use it, it is going to save you so much money in the long run. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking you want to pick up a couple of things, I say pull the trigger. Right now is the time with these sale prices, and I think it's a really good opportunity to pick up some fun stuff. Let me know which thing in my haul excited you the most. Which ones do you wish you could get at your outlet store, or do you even have an outlet store you wish you were near one? Let me know if I made good candle choices. Do you also like the Starfruit Sangria? Let me know in the comments below. I love chatting with y'all. Thanks so much for joining me again today for another Saturday Bath & Body Works ritual haul. Tomorrow I am going to have a mid-month empty, and it's going to be a relatively long video. I've gotten through a lot already this month, so if you love empties videos, make sure you come back tomorrow and check that out. Helps to know I've released stuff if you hit the notification button, and make sure you're subscribed because that way you'll know when I release new content. And I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a really great Saturday evening and take care. Bye-bye.